There's not one, there's not two, but three IHG credit cards. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly what we need to know to pick the right one for our travel lifestyle. The first one's known as the IHG One Rewards Traveler. And with it, we get 17x points for each and every dollar spent with IHG. This is distributed though specifically where with this card, we get Silver Elite status automatically. So part of that 17x really is going to be 10x points earned just because you're an IHG member. And then from there, because we have Silver Elite status, we get a 20% boost. So instead of 10, we're looking at 12 total points per dollar spent. And then because we're spending with this card, you get an extra 5 points, which is where that 17x comes from. And when we're not spending on IHG hotels, we're looking at 3x points earned on the following categories: dining, utilities, select streaming services, and gas stations. And apart from that, it's going to be 2x points on each and every dollar spent everywhere else. It's totally free to make an IHG account, but just because we have one doesn't mean our points aren't going to expire. So one of the benefits of silver status is that our points never expire. Before moving on, what are these points actually worth? Typically speaking, when it comes to IHG points, it's understood that the valuation is around 0.5 cents per point, which in English means that 17x points per dollar spent is really like 8.5% of cash value. Simply put, you could be looking at a $150 hotel reservation costing around 30,000 points. It's definitely not fixed, where that 0.5 to 0.7 cents per point region is pretty realistic in my own experience and multiple data points online. At the same time, there is a way to get a lot more value, which I'll get into shortly. This matters because another benefit of this no annual fee version of this card is that you get 10,000 bonus points after you hit 10K in spend each year. As we'd expect with the travel card, there's no foreign transaction fees. And one of the biggest perks is that you get your 4th night free when you book 3 with points. This is a great benefit because with Marriott or Hilton, there are ways to get a 5th night free when you book 4 nights with points, you get that 5th one. But here, you need to book just 3 to get that 4th. Sign-up bonuses change time to time, and at the time of recording, we're looking at 80,000 points after $2,000 in spend in the first 3 months. So in cash value equivalent, it's like $400 worth of hotels. After 2K is basically like 20% return on spend. I'll get more into the analysis of comparing these cards after we go over them, because from there, we have the next card in our list, the IHG One Rewards Premier. With this card, we're looking at 26 points for each and every dollar spent with IHG, and is broken down with 10x for just being a member. And with this card specifically, we get Platinum Elite status, which is one level right below their max of Diamond Elite. And so with it, you get a 60% bonus. So 10 and then 60% more is going to be 16 total points. And then with this card, we're getting 10x just on pure IHG spend. And on everyday lifestyle expenses, we're looking at 5x IHG points on dining, travel, and gas stations, and 3x everywhere else. On a similar note compared to the no annual fee version of this card, when you spend not 10K a year, but $20,000 each year, you'll get 10,000 points and a $100 statement credit. This card's annual fee is $99, but each and every year you get a free anniversary night worth up to 40,000 points. And let's just say there's a redemption that's like, hey, it's 41 or 42,000 points, just an example. You can also top up that worth of certificate with additional points from your account. If hotel status matters to you, and let's say for whatever reason you're not staying as many nights, but you want to be the maximum at Diamond Elite for IHG, then each and every calendar year, if you spend 40K or more on this card, then you'll basically achieve that max level status. On a related note, when it comes to status, with this card, we have the ability to roll over our nights to qualify for our next year's status level. So in other words, at the gold level of status is where this benefit really starts. So in other words, with the no annual fee version, because we get automatic silver, so unless we're going up the tiers, then basically if you earn, let's say, 10 qualifying nights or 20 or what have us, right? You're not going to have any of those nights that will help you towards next year level status. With this card, we also have a couple credits as well as partner benefits. The first is going to be $120 towards global entry / TSA PreCheck. And from there, we have $50 distributed to us as United Travel Bank cash, where it's specifically given to us as $25 in January and then $25 in July, and it does expire basically around that 6-month time frame after distribution. When it comes to our partner benefit, we're looking at DoorDash, where we get 1-year complimentary Dash Pass, which is like their premium membership for free deliveries and other discounts / promos and offers with DoorDash. And then each and every quarter, at least at the time of recording, it's going to go till the end of 2027. You're going to get $10 off any non-food related order with DoorDash. We're also looking at 5-star status with Hertz, which is 1 level below their max status of President Circle. The sign-up bonus currently is 140,000 points after 3K in spend in the first 3 months. So a little higher than that no annual fee version minimum spend requirement, but then you're getting that many more points. essentially 60,000 more points for $1,000 more in spend. The thing is, this bonus has also been seen to be 175,000 points. And there's a different variation of the offer where you can get 5 free reward nights, where each of them, with the free anniversary night being capped at that 40K redemption level, where each of these nights would be 60,000 points. It's really going to depend on what use you have with these points, because those 5 free nights that you would get, you also need to use them in that 1 year from when you get them kind of deal. And so what that really means is if you don't have those plans kind of solidified or like that use case, then it's really going to come down to your personal decision. Moving on, we got the IHG One Rewards Premier Business Card. It's the same annual fee and it's the same sign-up bonus offer of 140,000 points, but our spend requirement is going to be 4K in the first 3 months instead of 3K. The two cards are essentially the same, where one extra category we get with the business variant is 5x points for each and every dollar spent on office supply stores, as well as social media and search engine advertising. So which card's the best one to choose? I'll share my personal experience and that should probably bring this home here. For me, I would say the Premier version of the card or even the Business Premier version, they both make sense because in the long term, apart from just the initial sign-up bonus offer, which is great, you can also be just looking at that anniversary night and the way you redeem it against that annual fee of $99, even if you're getting, let's say, $99 back right in value. And typically with up to 40K redemption, for me personally, I've seen $150 to $200 in value. So right there, it's like I'm just prepaying for a hotel with $99 in terms of an annual fee. So there's that just period, right? Like without doing much else with the card. And on top of that, United Travel Bank Cash, if I'm being honest, I don't use it each and every 6 months of the year consistently. Maybe because I'm based out of Atlanta, so Delta hub, and I'm not taking United flights that often. But at the same time, there's still value there. And so when I have reaped its value, it's been pretty beneficial. As they say, status has its perks. And so having platinum status and traveling on the road, apart from just like the Holiday Inns or Holiday Inn Expresses, at more of your premium properties like the Voco, or even if you consider the Kimpton or Intercontinental, which is more of like the top range of everything IHG, that status really does have perks. With Diamond Elite, you're looking at free breakfast at select properties. But for me, even at Platinum Elite, getting like, hey, thanks for coming in, your check-in, you get a number of points as like a gift per se, or get some credit to use on property, like that's a win irrespective. When we come back to the points and their value, 0.5 cents per point is kind of similar to Hilton's program as well. Yet at the same time, with all of these cards, you get 20% off when you're buying points. Now, buying points can be around like 1 cent per point. So if you're getting 20% off, it's still not really that 0.5 cents per point. So if you're using it as a top up, like that's cool. Yet one of the best ways to get the max value for IHG points, at least, to my knowledge and at this time, is basically there are these promotions where you get 100% bonus points for each and every purchase, which then you're effectively buying your points at 0.5 cents per point, which if you think about it, you're basically like prepaying, for example, for hotels, and you can buy a maximum of 500K points. So let's say that's 2,500 bucks, right? So you're redeeming, pretty much at that level for, any plans you have now, or you can just have those points because they don't expire for any other plans you have in the future. And when you stack this with the fortnight free benefit, then you're basically going to have these points and then you spend for 3 nights and then you're getting that 4th free. So when you start doing that math, you could get a lot more value. My take is this. With the personal cards, you can only have the bonus for one or the other card. So if you're gonna have to choose, for me, I would choose the Premier. The business, it's a different vertical, like when you compare to just the personal side of everything from a Chase business standpoint, if we want to put it like that. So from that perspective, I would go with the Premier because of both the short-term benefit and the long-term benefit. And it really does pay for itself without really doing anything. But if you don't want to jump through any hoops whatsoever, you just want a no annual fee card and you're like, hey, I'm happy with the traveler version of the card, that's definitely going to be a personal choice. This was a hotel credit card, but are hotel credit cards even worth it? I have 5 of them. So check out this video over here and I'll see you there.